This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.
Taranaki take the Ranfurly Shield on the road for their second defence of the season, and today they're in the South Taranaki town of Manaia. This time it's Meads Cup champions Thames Valley's turn to challenge for the most coveted prize in New Zealand rugby, a trophy they're yet to win in their 103-year history. Kia ora koutou katoa and good afternoon. Welcome into our coverage from Manaia, home of Yarrows the Bakers, the main sponsors of Taranaki rugby. A special day today as the ground will become the 15th venue in Taranaki to hold a first-class fixture, and only the 8th match play between these two provinces, the last coming in 1992. Will Johnston with the call this afternoon, and joining me is former Taranaki midfielder Liam McBride. And Liam, what a day we have here in store today, sold out with 3,000 lining the sidelines.
Awesome, Will. Yeah, g'day everybody on the live stream. Yeah, Manaia's really turned it on. Raining in Stratford, but sunny in Manaia and a nice 15 degrees there, Will.
Yeah, well, looking at the weather forecast here in Manaia, as you say, a little bit of rain coming down, but the sun is trying to poke its head out. It's a little bit chilly, no wind at all. You can see the trees in the background not moving, and the ground conditions, with a curtain raiser on it earlier, absolute picture despite the wet weather we've had.
Yeah, and great initiative once again to come out to Manaia Domain. Awesome to see Taranaki rugby taking it through to the little provinces within Taranaki. And should be a good turnout today. We're triple the population of Manaia just for this one game, mate.
Yeah, we have, and we'll take a look at the teams, and Liam, you'll take us through the Taranaki side.
Awesome, and the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls for today. In the propping department, we have Perry Lawrence, hooker Bradley Slater, and at tight head prop Keely Watson. In the locking department, 2 metre Peter Josh Lord and Jesse Brown Sugar Pariti. In the loose forward trio, RDC Poliko, Michael Loft and Captain Caleb Boucher at 8. In the halves department, at 9 we have Logan Crowley, Josh Jacob at 10. In the midfield combination of Mehana Grindlay, another local boy, and Brayton Northcott Hill. And on the wings we have our Fijian Flyers in Taniela RaKuro on debut, and Vidaniki Tikoi Solomoni with Adam Lennox coming in at fullback. Our reserves bench of JJ Poakai and the Bash brothers of Mitch O'Neill and Ruben O'Neill. Stratford's Scott Jury and Sage Walters Hanson there to fill out the forward reserves. In the backs we have Leone Nawai, Ben Dufassi, and on his 50th game today, Jacob Ratu Matavuki Nepkins.
Good to see a couple of fringe players who haven't made the squad making their way into the team today as well.
Yeah, awesome to see. Scott Jury is one who's unfortunately missed out on a contract, but proved again, why he's there or thereabouts with a commanding performance for Stratford last week in the final versus Coastal.
Yeah, the crowd's really coming for this one. Busloads when we arrived at the venue. And looking at the Thames Valley team, it's a new look side as a number of their players who played in the Meads Cup final against Mid-Canterbury last year have moved on, retired or are playing for other teams. Only 5 players played in that final last year. Scanning the forward pack, and there are 5 debutants with Mahi and Morrison in the front row due to play their first game for the province. Kuka will appear for the first time at lock with the experience of McVeary, and Vani Yayawai will join Huararangi on the side of the scrum. To the backs, it's a new 9 and 10 combo with Davenport and Allen both on debut. There's some experience throughout the backs with McMahon and Lafatuanai in the midfield, with former two-copper outside back Regan Arson set to play his first match, with a Tony and Collard the others that form the back three. The bench also features some new faces with Bracey, Coyle, Matarira and McDuff. An experienced name on the pine is Cam Drongle. And Logan Mitchell will play his first game for Thames Valley since 2019. And we were talking on the way down, Liam, a lot of players that we have no idea who are because they are yet to make their debut, but a very, very special moment for those players.
Absolutely, and what better to debut on a Ranfurly Shield match. They made the trip across from the Thames Valley. Seen the supporters buses coming in too as well, Will. So let's say the pubs will be packed up on the way home. From here through to all the way home, I reckon. Could be a pub crawl.
100%, yeah. No, the Devon was booked out last night, which is good to see. The team staying there and their supporters. And also welcome into our coverage to those in Thames Valley watching. I know they promoted the game on social media. The pubs and places like Thames, Coromandel, Te Aroha, etc. will be waiting for their first Shield game in a number of years as well for Thames Valley. The last challenge came in 2019 against Otago. They lost that one 41-21, and they've never won it. And their first defence against Taranaki.
Certainly is a bit of history on the line, Will, and you know, Meads Cup's champions in 2024 as well. You know, shows there's some good calibre of players, although there's only 5 returning from the final last year. You know, so plenty of new faces keen to put their hand up and give it a crack.
Yeah, absolutely, and winning that game 37-29 against Mid-Canterbury. And they've got another big schedule coming up in the Bunnings Heartland Championship with Mid-Canterbury first up in round 1. That's a repeat of the final. That's going to be in Waihi, I believe. That'll be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, for sure. Boys will be putting in the hard yards now, prepping them for the season. You know, and Neil Barnes will be wanting the same from his crew too. You know, 78-7 in the first game versus the King Country. And hopefully, you know, they'll be able to put a performance on the park today they'll be proud of heading into the season for their first game against Northland at the Bull Ring.
Yeah.
Or Stadium Taranaki, should I say, these days.
It was the Bull Ring when we were growing up, wasn't it? Rugby Park or the Bull Ring or the Fish Tank or whatever.
Yeah. I can actually recall Ma and Nonu tackling a streaker that day.
What a great atmosphere we have here.
The Taranaki Rugby would like to recognise the immense support of Yarrows the Bakers given to local rugby and the local community over many decades, and a huge thank you to the South Taranaki District Council for the support of this event today. Yarrows the Bakers are owned and operated by John, Rosaline and Philip Yarrow and produce quality frozen goods for wholesale and have food service customers across New Zealand, Australia and Asia, with the headquarters remaining in Manaia the whole time, expanding bakery operations to Auckland, Rotorua and Tiro as well. Today's game is special for a man named Russell Gurkett, who is retiring after 42 years of service at Yarrows the Bakers. Also a life member of the Southern Rugby Club. The grandstand on the far side has been renamed to the Russell Gurkett stand in honour of his significant contribution to Yarrows the Bakers and grassroots rugby over several decades. So what an occasion for this man and his family. You know, and the weather's shining. It's going to be good, Will.
Yeah, the scene is set, and what an occasion to recognise a great servant, Yarrows the Bakers. Russell, he's a great man, loves his rugby. Always enjoy a chat with him when I'm down in Hawera or when he's on the road with the Southern team. And a great occasion for him here this afternoon. 3,000 people packing into the Manaia domain, and it has tripled the population of Manaia, just about an hour's south of New Plymouth, about 10 minutes or so west of Hawera. And you'll know, if you're a geography man or woman watching, you'll know exactly where that is.
You don't have to Google this one, mate. Also, you'll note the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls wearing the blue and black hoops inspired by the Waimati Buffaloes, were the team that played here locally. A little bit of a shame that this field's not been utilised on more occasions, but they amalgamated with Hawera and athletic clubs to form Southern back in 1994, so one would think Mr. Gurkett was part of that transformation.
You'd say so, yeah. And we're just talking to people earlier in the day, and they were saying that Southern had a couple of pre-season games in the sort of that February-March period, but it would be great to have a actual club game here in Manaia because it's got that good feel to it. You can see on our pictures a big crowd. The field is in great condition.
They've done a remarkable job, really, like we touched on earlier. It's awesome to see TRFU taking it through to these little towns within the province. And don't forget that you can get your memberships at ticketit.co.nz for the season up and coming. And any merchandise from the trfu.co.nz, get your hands on those limited edition Ranfurly caps for people heading towards Turkey or just bored like me, Will.
Galen Boshier leading out his Taranaki team, as Liam McBride said, playing in their blue and black hoops today. Something a little bit different, but they've got the traditional socks as McVeary leads out the Thames Valley side in their traditional colours of gold and red with the black shorts. McVeary, a very experienced player, 66 games heading into this one, debuting back in 2015 and played in the Ranfurly Shield game in 2019 versus Otago and also the final last year as well.
They'll lean on a bit of that experience today, and they'll be needing it for these debuts. You know, hopefully we see a few runs off the back fence, man, and up the guts.
Number 10 for Thames Valley, rangy character, Logan Allen, out of the Whangamata Rugby Club. So looking forward to seeing how he goes in his first-class game for Thames Valley.
He's as tall as the lock.
Big unit, isn't he?
Hopefully be able to pipe the ball down the field with some long limbs. It's a nice little touch here by Mania Grindlay, one of the local boys. A little bit of gold out the side as well.
And the referee today is Manawatu Dr. Stu Curran. His 4th Ranfurly Shield match and his 10th time he has had Taranaki, 4th with Thames Valley. His assistants Warwick Lemert and Rowan Gladding. Well, the final game for Taranaki in the pre-season for the Ranfurly Shield. Of course, they've got Wellington coming up, but that's just a pre-season friendly. And we are set to go with Josh Jacob kicking off for Taranaki. The Manaia Domain is the venue for this game. And Jesse Parati hitting the Thames Valley ball carrier hard to say welcome to Manaia. That's how we do it here. First carry of the afternoon. Running the ball up is Suluiwa. His first touch. Davenport. Getting it back to Quinn Collard. Experience number 15 he is for Thames Valley. Also played for King Country as well. And back there is Josh Jacob finding Lennox up from fullback on the left-hand side. Quick ball off to that new man, RaKuro. His first touch in Taranaki colours. Logan Crowley gets quick ball here. Josh Lord. Off it goes to Boshier, the captain, up towards the 10-metre line. Crowley again. Fast opening stage here. Lennox got a pass from Jacob. Lennox still running. The man up from fullback. Gets it off to Crowley. Taranaki not too far away from the try line there. First touch for Paliko. Lays it back. Crowley, they go back to that left-hand side. Running onto it is Taranaki again.
Not on the ball initially.
They are the posts. And number 4 there is Parati. Crowley again. This is the 7th phase and they've knocked it on though. And picking up the pieces is Mahi.
Before the knock on, guys.
And they're offside, but a fast opening minute and a half, Liam.
2 and 9 offside before the knock on. Never back.
Yeah, Taranaki a quality side today. 13 Super Rugby players. So you expect them to turn up and play like a Super Rugby player as well. So the Swamp Foxes, they're going to have their work cut out for them. They've got no doubt, people rise to these occasions. And a nice attacking scrum here. 5 metres out from the line. I think we may see a blindside option here.
Yeah, they've got that option. As Lawrence, Slater and Watson in the front row for Taranaki. Mahi, Gilson and Morrison for Thames Valley.
Heavy pack for Taranaki here as well. 850 kilos compared to the 790 for the Swamp Foxes. A bit of an advantage.
Good stats.
Full of them. All honest ones as well.
Absolutely. And they've just gone down on that far side. Stu Curran will reset it and set a good standard here early, as he always does.
What was funny during the week for me was they gave the old comparisons from when the boys had first started to, where they are now. So Partiti, local Manaia boy, 2014, he was asking his mum to make his lunch, and by the time he's looking today, he's going to steal your lunch.
Is his mum still making it?
She's one of the police officers from Manaia.
Right,
a while ago, I'm not sure if she's still working for them.
I better be nice.
Yeah, wonderful lady, well fed.
This time, Taranaki get the shunt on. The ball is at the back, under the feet of Boshier. This time, referee playing advantage as it screws. Crowley finds the try line and scores the first try of the Ranfurly Shield match. Taranaki on the board, and it's only been just a couple of minutes.
Neil Barnes will be happy with that scrum. That extra 60 kilos there is quite a lot of momentum. I don't think Logan Crowley's probably ever scored an easier try in his life. Boshier's probably wondering how he's mucked that one up.
Josh Jacob with the kicking duties this afternoon. 182 points for the Amber and Blacks.
Fresh off the Barbarians tour as well. I imagine that'll be a lot of fun with Ratu Matabuki Netkins too. I don't think it's not necessarily about the rugby on those events, is it?
And what a place to be too. There's a great view of it here. And he adds the extras nice and easy. And Josh Jacob converts the Crowley try. 7 points to 0. 4 minutes gone here in Manaia.
Plenty of numbers here today, as we said earlier. Triple the population of Manaia around the edges of the ground. What should make for a good atmosphere.
Warwick Lemert and Stu Curran just having some communication issues. And hopefully the sets are okay and ready to go.
Yeah, you want to be able to hear your assistants on the sideline, don't you? In case one of those little uppercuts come from the middle of the ruck.
Yes, yeah.
You can't get away with that these days.
No, you can't. And a bit of advice from the grandstand as well, I'm sure, that they'll be giving to the referee and the touchies.
Here we are with Allen to start us off. Educated left boot.
It's a short restart too, and going up for it for Taranaki is Michael Loft. Gets play around the 10-metre line. Crowley looking for it, and Paliko waiting for it. Round the back they go to Jacob. Had a couple of players on the outside, but decided to run through, and it's quick ball. Vinaniki Tikoi Solomoni takes it into contact. Crowley again. Lennox at first receiver. Perry with a carry. Thames Valley having to make their early tackles as Josh Jacob looking for a 50-22 potentially, but this one's gone straight down to the middle of the field where it is Allen who will clear for touch, and we will see the first line out of the afternoon.
Good to see Bradley Slater take the opportunity to get up to the Blues as well. Obviously a bit of a, like I say, opportunity there with Riccatelli leaving. Hopefully see a little bit more minutes because he's a quality player.
Josh Lord going up for it. Crowley onto Paliko. We've seen Lord so many times going up in that position, not only for Taranaki but for the All Blacks as well. This ball has been knocked on, and Thames Valley trying to break away, and really their first opportunity. It's Davenport, the halfback, taken down by Grindlay, and so Uli has to go on and play halfback. Gets it off to McVeary, the captain.
Get out of it.
Davenport pushing away the Taranaki player.
Great line speed there by Pariti and Loft.
And they've taken play back in towards their half, and Collard clears from inside. Into the 22 it goes, and here's the new man for Taranaki. RaKuro replaced Kenny Naholo because he's injured, and a like-for-like replacement, Neil Barnes has said. Slow ball here. Lawrence has got to go and play halfback. Back to Jacob to clear.
Fantastic pass from the deck there from Lawrence.
He's not used to that, is he?
Absolutely not.
Thames Valley again have the ball. Allen, off it goes to McMahon. Kicking over the top. Lennox has got to go back and receive it. He's been taken down by Kuka. Also on debut. Flat pass there, well caught in the slips by Paliko. Solid clean out coming from Lord. Watson.
Oh, so here's Loft.
Loft breaking away. Inside the half he goes, looking to someone to pass to. And now there, the Taranaki support. Floating the pass over to RaKuro again. Steps back on the inside. Taranaki look good with ball in hand. Fires it back to Crowley. Obviously flirting with that touchline on the far side. Watson with a rumble forward. Loft in support again. Crowley. Pariti running onto it. Off to his locking partner in Lord. Great hands here as Northcott Hill runs it forward.
He's got to get back into their shape here.
Here's Grindlay, the hometown hero. Tikoi Solomoni tries to cut around his outside man. Lennox now. And gave it away to Regan Arson, who spent a lot of time up here last year playing for Tukapa in our club competition. And went back home. There's a sneaky little hand in there from Jesse Pariti. Not the first time he has done that.
Hands in the cookie jar, wasn't it? He's fond of a penalty. I think Taranaki can be happy with the start so far, building some nice continuity. I think it's just once again that last pass, right? That one too many offloads, but they're playing some awesome linking play by getting these offloads to the next person. Great support as well.
Collard clears for touch. And Rowan Gladding puts the flag up, and I think Rowan's maiden first-class game on touch this afternoon for Taranaki's number 3 ranked referee.
And look at this Moulet coming into screen. It is beautiful. There's a serious party out the back there for Mahi. How he looks good.
On debut today out of the Waihi club. Growing that for a number of years.
Yeah, there's dedication in that haircut itself.
Vinny Yayo goes up for it. And Thames Valley now Hirararangi wrapped up by Grindlay, eventually taken down. It's Davenport. Switch play, Collard back to Allen, and he puts one high and chases as well. Pressure on the back here. That one's in the air, nothing in it, but penalty advantage coming as Josh Jacobs stabs it downfield.
Good nudge.
Advantage is over from that. And more pressure being applied onto the back three. Thames Valley, though, they've done well to clear out of their 22 here. Loft with a tackle. And the support player is there for the visiting side.
Lost forward.
And under advantage here, and losing it forward was Liam Morrison. And we'll have another scrum.
Man on the screen there, Michael Loft. Good to see him get the opportunity for the Highlanders this year. You know, he's certainly earned it. He's worked hard over the last few years. You know, and he's getting bigger, just more skillful as well. A great guy to have on that field alongside you.
He ended up racking 5 games for the Highlanders this year.
Yeah, here's to a big season for him and for the other boys not quite contracted to the super teams yet. You know, it's great to see 13 already playing in today's game, and we've got another, 6 or 7 out.
The second scrum of the afternoon, and this time Thames Valley, well, I was going to say they're putting a bit more of a fight, but it's still rumbling forward here for Taranaki. The arm goes out. Jacob on with a flat ball, back on the inside to Crowley. He's still going inside the 22. Loft, again in support. That's probably his third or fourth time he's been up close to the ruck.
New advantage, not rolling.
And another advantage here against Thames Valley. Player not rolling away as Slater takes it up. They're the posts. Left-hand side they go. And he's been hit hard by a Tony. That was on Lawrence. Crowley again. Grindlay running onto it. And driven back.
It's a nice D here by the Swamp Foxes.
Hanging in there. Parati. Slater was there in support. Decides to go in. And Josh Lord makes it look so easy. Back to Slater. Trying to drive it over as Slater. Out to the right-hand side they go. Long pass over the top. Has it been scored? No, it's been knocked on, but they'll come back for the penalty. As the Monga is finally making an appearance.
Not rolling.
Majestic. It's beautiful. What are we going to do here? Scrum again, I think.
Yeah, you'd say so, 5 out.
You hope he doesn't have to reach for his pocket early doors. Or we're going to go for a driving maul, a Neil Barnes special.
Well, plenty of options here. Unlikely they'll take the 3. In a competition game, you probably would.
Neil Barnes driving maul here. Try to Bradley Slater. We'll call it early.
Yeah, okay.
If not, 5 press-ups for you, Will.
With ease.
Yeah, I hear the referees have been doing a bit of strength testing these days.
Here it is for Taranaki. Under the shadows of Mount Taranaki. Slater's got it, and you've pulled it. Slater scores the second. Liam McBride with the prediction. Second try for Taranaki.
We'll take it, mate. Wish I could do it on the TAB. I'd probably be a rich man. Good start here by Taranaki. Keep them building that scoreboard. See Jacob taking the conversion here. What do you reckon, Will? Through the sticks?
Yeah, no wind out there at all, so I reckon he'll be okay.
Tell you what, I'd like to see this young man on screen, get another shot at that end of year 2 of the ABs. We were talking earlier, you really need that fourth 10 or, where he fits in that box. You got the likes of Bodie and McKenzie and Ruben Love tonight. You certainly need someone else in there with this World Cup cycle coming. So this guy's got all the goods. You hope he can have a great year this year in the Bunnings NPC and, move on to those higher honours, which, is there or thereabouts.
Well, given your record of predictions so far today, we'll hopefully see how that goes later on.
Touch wood.
Yep. Jacob, his second attempt of the afternoon, and it's just away to the right-hand side. So the score remains 12-0.
Someone who I thought was going to go close to the squad this year, came out of retirement, guy Thomas McElroy. Unfortunately, a few games in and blew his ACL out again. It was a real shame because he's putting some good performances across the board there.
Yeah, I'll just look.
Very, very disappointed with that.
That's about his 5th ACL.
Play gets underway here in Manaia. And it goes to Paliko out of the United club. Picked up in the Hurricanes squad as well. Crowley thought about going that blind side. Turns it into the open where it's Slater. Not held and decides to carry on. No, he's done that a few too many times there. He's got to get up on his feet. There's the call from the ref. And probably for the first time, Thames Valley with an opportunity inside Taranaki's 22.
I don't think you go to your scrum, but you might go to a line out. Back the boys. Get your big man up.
They're having a real chat about it though, aren't they? The forward pack. Going for touch.
Come on, the Swamp Foxes.
Just also want to say happy birthday to my dad, AJ. He'll be watching the coverage this afternoon.
Yeah, good on you, AJ. Happy 69th, mate. We'll leave it at that.
So it will be Gilson with a throw. Made his debut last year. 10 games heading into this game this afternoon, and immediately one against the throw. Jacob under a little bit of pressure, and he clears. Not for touch though. Tidying up is Allen, fires a long pass in midfield to Collard. He thought about passing too and then goes into the oncoming defence where Grindlay is there. Davenport off to Viniyayawa on loan from Counties Manukau. McVeary is waiting for it, but it goes in front of him to Hururarangi. Allen with a kick over the top. And the chase coming, that's worked out really well and couldn't quite fire it back on the inside. It was Regan Arson and it could have been all over there, but Taranaki's scrambling defence does the job.
Yeah, there's some quality players within this Thames Valley backline. 4 in the Heartland team last year that I could find. Tony, McMahon, Luffy Tuanai and Collard as well. So, you know, some experience, some good skill level. Now, it's good to see that they're confident enough to put those cross kicks out there. It almost came off.
Yeah, it would have been great if it came off. And I think it would have got a round of applause by the good crowd here.
Especially the Swamp Fox supporters. They're coming down by the bus loads today. See a few of them littered around the ground.
Yeah, a great occasion for it too. We were talking pre-game about how it's a great way to reconnect with the community. Second time they've taken a game here. Of course, a couple of years ago, they played Wellington in a pre-season fixture. Similar crowd, but now the Ranfurly Shield is on the line, so that adds something a little bit different to this occasion today.
Yeah, pretty hard to go past the Ranfurly Shield. History on history on history. Let's hope the Taranaki team can keep it together this season and they won't have to fix it.
Depending on how this game goes, they've got Northland in round 1. It's going to be a Saturday night at Stadium Taranaki. And they've got a couple of other challenges during the year as well. Got to get through this one first as Crowley digs into the back of the scrum, and immediately Grindlay in support there as his midfield partner Northcott Hill up to the halfway line. Go Taranaki. Quick ball here for Crowley. Off it goes. Jacob. And here's RaKuro, his first chance of the afternoon, and immediately making an impact down his left-hand side. Taniela RaKuro scores Taranaki's third. And Neil Barnes has said he wants a like-for-like replacement for Kinina Holo, and maybe he's just got that.
Mate, he's quick. Can't teach speed. Barnes, he doesn't often get things wrong, so, you know, fingers crossed, we've got a good start here. You know, he has a good season as well, coming from the Fijian Druid. Capped 24 times for them. So, yeah, going to be a great replacement for Kinney, hopefully. And wish Kinney all the best on his recovery as well.
17-0, 18 minutes gone with the conversion to come from Josh Jacob. He missed the previous one. In a position which is a little bit closer for the Chiefs' first 5. And this time it is on target. So Taranaki 19-0, nearly halfway through this first half.
So their frequency, yeah, there you go. So it's going to a different receiver.
Some good comms by the referees, Will. You'd be happy with that so far?
Yeah, Stu's very accomplished referee. He's had semi-finals and quarter-finals and stuff over the years, and I've been away with him at New Zealand under-19 tournaments and so forth. He's a great guy, and he controls a really good game. Spent a bit of time in Dunedin and back in his home province of Manawatu now. There's Paliko, his first touch since the restart. 19-0, 20 minutes gone. Here's RaKuro again. This time the Thames Valley defence contains him. Crowley there immediately. Running onto it is Boucher over the halfway line. He's got Loft in support. Gets it off. A nice little tip on to Lord. Ball in one hand. Basketball pass out to Slater. It's been towed ahead. Reese Paliko, and it's gone out.
God, it's a sight watching the big giraffe throwing that ball round in one hand, isn't it? Look, and if you're watching the live stream today, feel free to throw in your questions. You know, Will's ready to answer them. His deepest, darkest secrets, you know, we're paying attention.
The old man is already questioning who the hell are you?
You don't want to know me, AJ. The nice tidy exit here from the Swamp Foxes. First ball, win their ball.
It's a defensive line out for the visitors, and it works out okay. And big defence on
Paliko. He's been busy so far. Attack and defence.
Allen to clear again. And Isaac Su'uli will be feeling that one. The big number 8. As Taranaki get a line at it on the 10-metre line.
It's not mucking around here, isn't it? Trying to get the ball in. Some great continuity and great link play here from Taranaki. You know, they're moving that ball round. Offloads galore.
Good view of the line out here. Taranaki's got plenty of options. They go to the back to Boucher. Paliko in support at the back. In the midfield they go. Flat ball onto Parati. Got it from his Mania teammate from back in the day. Paliko again up towards the 22. Crowley. Parati again. Taranaki doing a really good job to pull the phases together. Grindlay with a bit of a show and go. Passes off the ground. It's gone forward though. Ref in good spot. Crowley was away for a second.
Well, these offloads are fantastic. It's the support lines as well, you know, and offloads is only good if you've got someone running off your shoulder, and that's what the boys are doing, which is allowing them to breach the defensive line. You know, getting more metres, getting in behind the ruck. Quick ball, you know, then it's easy to move with the interchange play out the back. And as you can see with this forward pack for Taranaki, you know, they can all ball play. Keely Watson there, you know, shown a few times in that ball carrying position, you know, the ability to move it out the back to get it to the wider channels. And you got big Gary Boucher ranging out wide. He's a hard man to put down.
And this time, Thames Valley, out the back they go. Arson just cutting back in field to give himself and his teammates a bit more space. And running onto it is the captain, McVeary, one of the stalwarts in this Thames Valley team. Davenport firing at the box kick in the air, and this one's gone out on the full. So a mistake that they couldn't afford to give away inside their own half, because Taranaki will capitalise on that one and they get a line out around the 22.
I hope you got security on that camera, Shay. Can't have that one falling down. Another great attacking opportunity here with the Monger in the background. I think you'll get better than Mania, mate.
It's a good little spot there, isn't it?
That's picturesque. Another good throw there by Slater.
And Slater could get it back here and go for 2. He wants it, and it's just stopped a little bit here, the maul for Taranaki, but this time it starts to roll forward. Slater's got the ball at the back.
On the side.
Oh.
And he gives it to Lord. Off it goes into the midfield. Grindlay with a pass out to Northcote Hill. Lennox in from fullback trying to line up RaKuro. Couldn't quite get it off. It's gone forward, yeah. So good defence there coming from Thames Valley.
Jets.
Slow coming as they try and set up the attack.
Riti's been in the thick of things as well. Ball carrying, tackling, getting off that line, putting pressure on that opposition.
Logan to clear under pressure. Down towards the halfway line. Hasn't found touch.
Here we go. Tikoi Solomoni.
He's winding up.
Oh,
He is,
wow.
and he gets away with ease as well. Off it goes to Grindlay. They can set it up for Loft. He deserves one. He's had a strong opening 24 minutes, and he scores Taranaki's fourth.
Very nice one there for Mikael Loft and Tikoi Solomoni. Look at this. Little outside, inside, and then back into the play. Draw and pass. That's a great try there by Taranaki. I'm sure Nick and Greg at home will be happy and proud of Michael. No doubt saying g'day to them. Just got a question from the live stream here from Robbie Ritson. He's just asking Will when he's off to Turkey for his hair transplant. Good on you, Robbie. Not the guy on the screen.
Not the guy on the screen.
Sorry, mate, you've been called into it.
And he can recommend his doctor for Kyle Pilo as well.
Yeah, nice guy, that Kyle Pilo. Taranaki cricketer. You know, one of the best blokes around town, in fact. Knows everybody. Man of many talents. Here's Jacob for another opportunity between the sticks.
And another good view of it here, just away to the left. And tuning in from Hamilton, Greg Wasley, up there for the test match, no doubt. So thanks so much, Greg, for tuning in. Stephen Chamberlain, thanks for your positive comments.
Otherwise, if it's something dubious, I'll look up.
So,
Yeah.
a number of people watching the stream this afternoon as we've hit 25 minutes, 24-0. Jacob couldn't quite add the extras. His second miss of the afternoon.
Bit of rugby royalty in the stands there, Will. Andy Slater, father of Bradley. He doesn't miss many games, mate. Heck of a good supporter.
And he also played in the match in 1992, which was the last game that these two teams played each other, and Jacob to clear for touch.
Some legendary names in that. Your Kieran Crowleys, Kerry Ignon, Dwight Murfitt, a lot of Gordy Slater. A lot of Hundy clubs in there. The Taranaki team. There's a few stats Kieran Crowley's probably done in terms of games and tries and points that's probably never going to be beaten in the modern era.
Unmatched. As Gilson to feed for Thames Valley. We were talking on the way down, Liam, about Tony Penn was the last Taranaki player to reach 100 games, and there's probably not many around at the moment that are near that. We're talking about Jared Prophet potentially the next one.
He's on my radar. Whether he'll go to the All Blacks higher honours, means he'll probably stay within provincial rugby. And, he's now becoming a great player for the Chiefs too. So that might keep him and his whānau around, and awesome person to have on the field, but also in that changing room as well. Another attacking opportunity here for Taranaki in the midfield. Best place to launch from. Let's get the ball wide to our Fijian Flyers and see what they can do. Bit of razzle-dazzle. Sort of reminds me of a young William McBride back in the day, actually, Will. Not a lot of here too, actually. He's not far off from Turkey.
Does it run in the family, does it?
Unfortunately. Mum's brothers, I'd say. Big scrum there.
Yeah, and Crowley takes it off the back. Lennox up from fullback, dabs it down for RaKuro. Look at the speed of the man.
Oh, he's fast.
And going back for it is Logan Allen, and the ball spills out. It's got to be a try, and he gets his second, the Fijian.
Wiz has given the thumbs up from the sideline. He's okayed it.
Taniela RaKuro second, and it came from the domination up front.
And he is quick. Look at that. He's twice the speed there. It's like he's in fast forward. And, didn't dive on the player. Let him try play it. Waited for his moment. Taranaki in their numbers. Every kick is not a good kick unless there's a good chase line.
100%.
And that's just what it showed just there. There's no point in putting ball to boot, unless you've got some people, chasing after it.
And Josh Jacobs' hardest attempt of the afternoon from that far touchline, as we have nearly reached the half-hour mark in this game. Yeah, there we go, about 2 or 3 metres in from the touchline.
10 seconds.
Given the hurry up by the referee. Missed 2 in a row. Can he make amends? Josh Jacob, it's on target.
Beautiful.
He converts the try. 31 points to 0. And a couple of subs been made too, I heard in the referee mic, so it might be Thames Valley making some changes. We'll confirm that very shortly. As it will be Logan Allen to get play back underway here in Manaia. After that Taniela RaKuro, that try, that's the second one of the afternoon for him.
Oh, Loft.
Oh, he just looks so good today. Good support play, good in the air. Josh Lord now. Lennox, Brayton Northcott Hill. Here he is again. What can he spark this time? RaKuro puts the foot on the ball. Going back is Allen. And just can't.
Done.
He's done well there to control it. As the Thames Valley support gets back. And they can clear from their 22 if they want to.
Mitch O'Neill looks to be coming on for Taranaki. Might be at the expense of Perry Lawrence there. Hopefully he's okay. Just giving the man a breather.
Maybe an early injury. Yeah, we'll try and get an update on that one. As Davenport back to Collard to clear from the in goal. And a high kick downfield and a good touch finder too. And maybe Adam Coyle on as well, replacing Mahi for Thames Valley.
Russell Gurkett will be happy with the performance so far. Can't go wrong with 31-0, 30 minutes into the game. One day that he'll remember for the rest of his life, no doubt.
Yeah, great occasion as Slater to throw it in. Lord goes up for it. No, it's not straight. There's a contest there, and that new rule coming in. So it's a free kick for the not straight, just to keep the play moving.
You can see the Lofts in the Waits family. Produced a couple of good Taranaki boys in amongst that lot. You wonder whether you'll see the likes of Daniel back in the amber and black hoops at some point in time.
Yeah, you'd hope so. He's been another good servant, not only for Taranaki, but for your club, the Plymouth Old Boys as well, over the years.
For sure. Great footy player, but it's that stuff off the field, that makes the person or makes the club and makes the team better. So, he's certainly one of those people who go above and beyond.
Good guys.
Gilson getting the instructions from Coyle. He's on debut out of the Mercury Bay Rugby Club.
I'll bring them in, okay? There you go. Needs to step in, okay?
Sorting out the arrangements at the line-out. Thames Valley win one at line-out time here. They go into the midfield. Nice ball back on the inside. It's Arson from the wing. Ball comes out there for Davenport. Driving it up.
Good fight in the carry there by Sauli.
He's been good around the breakdown so far this afternoon as Kuka runs it forward. They go away to that blind side as Collard spins out of a couple of tackles, and RaKuro and Grindlay got to take him down as the local constabulary
good carry
on
by
the side. Watching the game. Another good carry there. Going, spills out there for Thames Valley. Allen now, the rangy first 5/8. Up towards the 22 they go. Sixth phase here for the visitors and the challengers of the Ranfurly Shield this afternoon.
Lennox stripped him.
Good work at the breakdown.
Two pass here and it could be all on.
Jacob.
There it is. Tico Solomoni.
Oh, he's nearly gathered that.
Shouldn't eat that popcorn.
Yeah, been gathered and knocked on into touch.
Another opportunity here for the Thames Valley. Not making too much headway, but when they've got ball in hand, they're looking the goods as well. Some nice carries, a lot of fight in the tackle from them, good leg drive. Just those odd mistakes that, Taranaki are then turning those into points opportunities.
Yeah, it was good work at the breakdown there to get that turnover. There's the message again from Coyle to Gilson.
Could be a short throw here for the half.
Inspiration from the All Blacks game last weekend, maybe.
Well, those were a couple of great line-out moves, actually, Will.
Yeah, it was a good one too, wasn't it?
Steal those for the playbook.
McVeary takes it up towards the 22. Davenport is there. Off it goes to Rarangi. Davenport again.
Tiko Solomoni looking for work there. He's in off his wing.
Moving away to the left-hand side, firing it out to Arson, who's looked pretty handy.
Relaxed.
On the wing for Thames Valley on debut today.
Good clear out there by Gilson.
Allen's got to go on and play halfback. Off it goes to Vaniayawa. But he's back into his traditional position as Davenport. McMahon now. Been a bit quiet and loses the ball into contact. So good pressure, good defence from Taranaki.
I quite like the look of those black and blue hoops that they've got for the Waimate Buffaloes. She managed to pinch myself one of those in the last game.
Oh, yes.
It's just sitting in the closet doing ruggle. And I'll pick it out in 20 years, mate, and I'll be like, this is cool, and then I'll start painting in it.
You should have worn it today.
Yeah, I did think about that. Had to rug up a bit more.
Yeah.
It's cooling down.
It's warm in here, though, in the
It is.
commentary box. It's heating up out there, too, as we took over 35 minutes, so 5 minutes to go in the first half of the second Ranfurly Shield match of the year.
Good community event here. We've got about 8 different food vendors. Plenty of options here for the hungry man.
Scrum just moving to the right there as Vinaniki Tikui Solomoni cuts back in field. Having to make the tackle is McMahon. Referee playing advantage as Lord tries to break through. Crowley spots a bit of space. Boshier on the charge.
And rolling away there, we'll take another penalty advantage.
Another advantage being applied here, so that's 2 in a row against Thames Valley.
Lord getting after his work as well.
Out the back it goes for Taranaki. Vinaniki Tikui Solomoni. That may have gone 4, but the referee waves it away. RaKuro. Again, darts back in field. Lennox to Jacob. Great Taranaki combination that. O'Neill. His second carry in a matter of minutes. Crowley to Paliko. Into the defence of Kuka. And Lord picks it up and breaks away. There's no one in front of him. Josh Lord scampering to the line, and he scores Taranaki's 6th try of the afternoon.
Bit like a giraffe in open field, isn't it? God, it's beautiful. He's had his ball on the hands a lot of times in phase play. You know, he's doing a lot of work. You know, hopefully he can get his body to where it needs to be to, you know, compete for those All Black spots. Look at that. Pick out of the cookie jar again, and we'll take it.
And Logan Allen was just around to the right a little bit more, and probably caught him by surprise, as it did for us.
Limbs versus limbs.
Absolutely, they're 2 big guys. So Josh Jacob with another chance here as we get up to nearly 3 minutes to go. There would be a few stories being told on that bank, I'm sure, over the years.
Supporters' colours out there as well. Good to see the youngsters in the Naki jerseys and the silo and watching their idols. And that's why it's really neat to be able to come to these little towns, you know, for some of those kids who, you know, want to see their stars and want to see their heroes. It's good to see.
And Josh Jacob converts the try. 38-0, 37 and a half minutes gone here at the Manaia Domain.
There's the Ranfurly Shield, beautiful as ever. Fixed with a little bit of plaster there from a man in the Hawke's Bay. All in one piece.
And looking at my stats as well, that's Josh Lord's first try for Taranaki.
I'm looking at him, 28 games. I mean,
Yeah. I'll check that. Someone will correct me, I'm sure. As Jacob stabs it downfield.
well, someone's already touching base, if you will. What have you got wrong? Who have you offended?
Oh, I've offended somebody. So, Lord clears from the 22 and a line out.
Coyle's been delivering the message to the Gilson. Well, look, they're cooking up here. It's hard to get over 2 metre Peter, Mr. Lord in the middle.
I am right, according to Rugby Database. So, there's one for you.
Here's your 20.
Good line out there from Thames Valley. And in midfield, McMahon. Nice cutout pass.
Good read by Grindlay.
Defence coming up smartly for Taranaki. And they're really competing at the breakdown. They get the turnover as well, Taranaki. Great work as O'Neill reaches in and grabs it. Grindlay, off it goes to Northcott Hill.
Oh, skillful from Brayton.
Pass back on the inside and a pop over the top to Lennox. Kick downfield. And good chase there, but Boshier didn't make the tackle. And they swarm on the Thames Valley ball carrier on that occasion. As Allen, all the time in the world to clear this one downfield. As we're nearly up to the 40-minute mark. One last throw of the dice for Taranaki in the first half. Northcott Hill to Tiko Solomoni with his step, and he puts the afterburners on, gets away from one, and he can set it up here for Michael Loft, and he's in for his second try of the afternoon.
He's exciting with ball in hand. Pereniki Tiko Solomoni. Nice little goosey to the outside here. Put the afterburners on, and then as simple as a nice draw and pass. It's good to see him finishing off these opportunities he's created. Nearly got him in the old double pump, and Loft rewarded once again for a fine effort this half.
He's been lurking around the rucks on the wing there.
The cameraman there, right up the backside on the shot there, shining peak. Good advertising.
Good to see the Warner boys from Warner Construction having a few there before they made the trip down.
Yeah, and look, once again, a great sponsor of Taranaki Rugby as well. Local family, built a great business over the years, and nice of them to give back to Taranaki Rugby, and continue that relationship, coming from Alan, and now down to Adam as well, and the rest of the staff there.
So the last say of the first half, as Josh Jacob, it's a high kick, but it's away to the right-hand side. A couple of misses in the first half, but looking at the scoreline, it doesn't really matter as Taranaki and Thames Valley go to the break in the second Ranfurly Shield match of the season. Taranaki scoring 7 tries to 0 with a 43-0 advantage here at the Mania domain. And what's your sort of summary of the first half before we have a look at the stats?
It was just great to see Taranaki throwing the ball around. Their link play between each other's created opportunities from next to nothing, and allowed them to finish some of those. I think for Thames Valley, when they've held the ball, they've actually done some really good stuff. But for me, there's just those errors that are creeping in, and Taranaki's pouncing on those. Who have we got there? We've got the bull.
Yeah. And we'll have a look at the halftime statistics. Great shot of the Taranaki mountain there, synonymous here in the region. 7 tries to 0. A couple of conversions missed, but Josh Jacob really tough from wide out. And the territory and possession in favour of Taranaki. What do you read from these sort of statistics? Only 4 penalties too, so it's pretty free-flowing at the moment.
It is. I guess it's that missed tackles, isn't it? Falling off those offload ones, so they get the ball away, or not wrapping the ball up in it as well. Probably talks into a piece of it too. So I think that's maybe why the reflection of the score's where it's at. But the Swamp Foxes, not certainly. There's lots of effort there, and I think that's what the coach can be happy with at the moment. And I think it's just about building more phases for them, tiring Taranaki out a little bit, and that's when those holes will be open.
And a couple of turnovers there in favour of Taranaki. So we'll take a break here from the Mania domain, and we'll come back for the second half of the Ranfurly Shield Challenge here. Taranaki with a 43-0 lead. Welcome back to the Manaia domain for the second pre-season Ranfurly Shield match between Taranaki and Thames Valley. Taranaki scoring 7 tries in the first half to lead 43-0 as the faithful enjoy the crowd here. And there it is, the coveted prize, Taranaki's 8th reign of the Ranfurly Shield. 1913, 57, 63, 96, 2011, 17, 2020, and of course beating Tasman and Nelson in October last year for the 8th reign. It's quite light, if you pick it up, Liam?
Yeah, it's quite impressive, Will, reading all those tenures with your eyes closed. Someone would have thought you'd written it down, but I think that's just coming from the tip of your tongue.
A great crowd here, and tries for Taranaki scored by Crowley, Slater, RaKuro, Loft, RaKuro again, Lord, and Loft picked up his second to finish the first half, and a couple of conversions missed, but there have been a couple of tough opportunities there for Josh Jacob, hasn't there been, from the sideline?
Yeah, little move out to the right on a few of them, probably three kicks at least, anyway, the ones where he's missed, so a little adjustment needed, but yeah, they are tough. They're tough from out wide. Slight bit of wind, but not enough to move the needle too much. And the Russell Gurkett stand still pumping. The sponsors are in there at the moment, and no doubt his family and friends as well. The beers are flowing, the food's flowing. Hell of an occasion.
Yeah,
down in Manaia.
3,000 people packing into the venue here, and they've put up temporary seating, and there's a bank on that far side, as you can see, for a little bit of elevation. And they've done a great job here, Taranaki Rugby, to take it back to the communities. They were at Uranui last year, fortunate enough to referee that one. Then the year before that, they were here in Manaia, so they've got a bit of a reputation of doing that type of thing.
Yeah, and led by CEO Jimmy Fassier, doing a great job. First year into his work, but been part of the union for well over a decade too. So it's in good hands. And I tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing Scotty Jerry get his opportunity in the second half. And show why he's there, leading Stratford to back-to-back titles, and that's like when Plymouth Old Boys Div win, going back-to-back as well, and no doubt Stratford and Old Boys would have celebrated long into their Sunday's Father's Day.
Yes, they would have. Thames Valley back out onto the field. They've only had 31% of the territory and 30% of the possession, so nothing to write home about against the holders Taranaki, and there's Barnes on the left with the manager Aaron Moore, and probably the first time at half-time Neil Barnes is actually smiling.
Yeah, the boys were saying he's a wee bit nervous before that first King Country game, trying to call in all the All Blacks recruits back to play, so I think he'd be happy with that first result and how the boys are playing in this first half so far as well. If a couple of those errors went to hand, we're probably looking at more tries.
Stu Curran, the referee, gets play back underway in the second half. Taranaki with a 43-0 advantage as Aris Paliko tried to link up there with Loft on that occasion. Couple of changes for Taranaki as Nawai is on at halfback, and it looks like Lennox has remained on, so Logan Crowley is the substituted player. There's JJ Porkai in 16, another substitute. So Taranaki rolling the changes at the break as Lennox loses the ball forward. So an opportunity for some of these bench players to show Barnes what they're made of in the remaining half.
And after saying how good that first half was, it's probably not the start they needed in the second half either. Could have played a little bit of territory. But Reuben O'Neill's on as well. The O'Neill brothers, Old Boys front row in there too. It's been Paliko's been great with ball in hand. He's making some fantastic carries, good footwork. He's always getting past that gain line as well, and he's busy about his work.
Yeah, Keatley Watson's a substituted player, and for Thames Valley, I'm sure that the higher numbers will stick out as the game goes on. But look at that intent from Taranaki, and immediately they get the penalty to kickstart the second half here in Manaia. They've been doing that all afternoon, though.
Tell you what, that's the O'Neill playbook. They've been thinking about that for 5 to 10 years, beating people in scrums. Some of those front rowers are just wide like that, like the Fanks brothers, and that's the way the O'Neills think as well. Between that and fishing, I don't know what's favourite.
Is that all they do?
From what I understand. Ruben's actually a DJ Mince on toast as well.
Yes, okay, yep.
Performed a couple of times in the club rooms. Goes well in patches.
Taranaki in the half they go. It's been stripped by Thames Valley. Good work there at the breakdown. And it was stripped by McMahon. So Collard now with a chance to clear. No real chase coming. So there's a bit of time here for Josh Jacob. And he returns the favour back into the 22.
Nudge.
Looking for that 50-22, which has now been such a key part of the game. And Logan Allen with his first touch of the second half.
Two pass.
Vinaniki Tikui Solomoni. Again with that dummy. Nawai is there. Off to Jacob, loses it. And being stabbed downfield by Thames Valley. Advantage over, is it? And now they'll come back full of scrum.
Took his eyes off the ball there. And Dufacee's on as well. You know, great season for Coastal. Unfortunate they couldn't get across the line in the final. But Stratford back-to-back, 3 years in a row in the finals. That's a pretty awesome effort in itself for them and their club.
He's on for Brayton Northcott Hill. Yeah, Coastal been the bridesmaid on a number of occasions in finals rugby, unfortunately. But Ben picking up his first game for Taranaki against King Country in June. First Shield game of the year. Good performance there too, 78-7.
Scrum pressure goes on here.
The referee just allowing that to play. Good pressure there, Nawai on Davenport. And Taranaki with front football again. The captain, off it goes to O'Neill, who came on in the first half for Perry Lawrence. Nawai to Jacob. Off it goes to Jesse Parati. Through the gap he goes. He's got support left and right. He gets it off to Jacob. Silky skills. And the first 5/8 is under the bar. And he will convert his try, no doubt, very shortly. Taranaki on the board in the second spell.
Pariti, nice short ball here. And he's good in space too. Waited, made the right decision. Looking to go out the back door. And all it was just a nice little pop to Jacob. I think that's what Pariti's done really well over the years, his ability to get his hands loose. I remember playing sevens with him 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And he's just Sonny Bill-like in terms of how he could get that ball away from his body and set up that next player. 10 years within the Amber and Blacks. Good service for the local Manaia boy.
And he's been away in the US and France playing too, and he's come back. So Barnes is continuing to reward him. As Josh Jacob with a chance to bring up the half century, and he does that with ease. He converts his own try. 50's up for Taranaki as we hit the 44-minute mark.
Russell Gurkitz getting a lot of viewer time there. Say hello to the friends and family within the mixer. And hello to our teams and families in the Thames Valley as well. Welcome back to the live stream. Good to have you on board. Hopefully we're making sure we're pronouncing all the names correctly.
Play gets back underway. Cam Loft is watching this game, a Thames Valley supporter, and he's got high hopes for the second half. There's Taranaki. Nice little trick play here coming. Out to the back line it goes. And it was Adam Lennox who got the pass off eventually. Nawai off to O'Neill. Up to the 10. Nawai still going with ball in hand here. Fires it off to Jacob. Quick hands.
Look at the offload.
Hawkeye, and this one's gone forward, has it? Yep, it has.
Off O'Neill's hand.
Paliko was away though.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, I think when these guys go into the Super Rugby environments, they get into the gym and they just bulk up. You look at Loft, you look at Paliko and others. Look at Josh Lord. His, transition over the years. And yes, he hasn't been selected into the All Blacks, but the advantage of that is he comes in place for Taranaki. And Scott Jury is on the field now, jumping into lock. A week from his championship win for Stratford Eltham last week in the CMK Premier Club Rugby competition.
And we've also got the CMK MVP out there, Sage Walters-Hanson, and he had an immense game against King Country a few weeks ago. Fantastic with ball in hand, quick, strong. Hopefully he'll make a bit of an impact here because I want to keep things rolling, building into that first game versus Northland in just a couple of weeks' time at Stadium Taranaki.
Free kick goes against Taranaki. Instability there at scrum time. Collared up from fullback. Off it goes to Tony, I should say. Quick ball here for the visiting side and the challengers as Seuli goes into the defence. Davenport waiting for it, but he leaves it for one of the forwards to have a bit of a rumble up here for Thames Valley. The other post, just to the top of your screen. And it is good here. They're still driving it forward. Just getting over the gain line they go. And McVeary is in support. And this time Davenport wants it. Fires it away to McMahon, loses it forward. So does Dufficy. But it's gone backwards from a Taranaki perspective. Jury, off it goes to Jacob. Pass back to Jury. Good work there by Taranaki as they get play up towards the 10-metre line. Quick ball on that far side. Lennox toes it ahead for Dufficy. Going back is Collard for Thames Valley. Loses it forward. And Taranaki, they go from one end to the other with ease, and they get a scrum 5 out.
I was about to say the wrong way, so I'm glad to shut up. A fantastic opportunity here. Taranaki scrum to set the platform. More subs by the looks of it. It's coming on now for the Swamp Foxes.
And someone's getting an applause from a small group of people in the grandstand on this near side. And there we go, number 19, Cam Dromgold, who is such a pivotal player for this Thames Valley team. Played in his 50th game in that final. And he is out of the College Old Boys Club. Made his debut in 2019 against West Coast. And his brothers, Brendan and Ethan, have also played for the Swamp Foxes.
Swamp Foxes version of the Barrett brothers.
Yeah, exactly. Just need a ball here. The boys are ready to go, but there's no ball.
It's the key essence of the game, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you probably need one. And probably three get kicked out onto the field too. That generally happens when you're looking for a ball.
I wonder if they're going to go for the attacking scrum, take the penalty, or they'll just set the platform. We'll see a nice attacking opportunity here from the backs. See Grindlay here with a bit of a crash ball somewhere.
So time is back on now, and we're ready to get play back underway. So Taranaki 5 metres out. And a free kick again, so that's 2 in a row for Taranaki. First instability, and then the second one there, no break foot, which has been brought in over the last couple of years just to provide that stability. And Quinn Collard will clear for touch.
It's good technical knowledge there, Will. I'd expect nothing less being a referee of your stature, because I certainly didn't know what was happening at that point in time.
Well, given it's a free kick, Taranaki get the line out, and they've taken a quick throw. So here's Grindlay up over the halfway line. Cut out pass to RaKuro, who scored 2 tries on debut for Taranaki, the Fijian.
Short side.
Nawai. Jury again. In midfield they go. Nawai looking left and right. Finds Jacob. It's being knocked on in contact there. So Taranaki under advantage. Dufficy now, off it goes. Beautiful passing here as Lord takes off down that near side and loses it forward, does he? No, it's okay. Play carries on as Allen with a big punt downfield. Again, they go quickly. Jacob now to return the kick. Is he looking for a 50-22? This one may have gone a bit too far. It goes into the end goal. Collard decides to clear it downfield, opting for the line out instead of the 50-22. It takes play up towards the 22. For the goal line dropout, I should say. Because if you put it down, it would have been a goal line, you see.
That's one rule I do know.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Not as sharp as it used to be around it. Yeah, JJ Parakai to throw. Hit the target here. Ooh.
Another not straight, so Taranaki making mistakes at set piece.
You know, bringing a guy like Caleb Mawson, for that technical hooker throwing ability. There were rumours swirling him being up in Hamilton. Could be a late replacement for Cody Taylor, but we'll wait and see when the team's named later on.
Not a bad replacement either.
No, absolutely not. Fantastic with ball in hand and can throw a house down.
Taranaki in midfield, Aris. Love to see his carry stats, driving it forward. Taranaki takes him down. Jury again.
He's got about his work, Jury.
Around the back door.
look
Tikoi
at
Solomoni going for the line, and he's over. He scores his first try of the afternoon, and Taranaki score another one. 55-0 with the kick to come.
Lovely bit of Fijian connection here. Only now White creating a little bit of space around that ruck, and perfectly weighted around the back ball there to Tikoi Solomoni. It's just too fast, and he split the gap there. Quick feet. Jacob there getting a little bit of attention. Hopefully he's all right. Bit of a grimace on his face there. Burgess is radioing into the crew. Who can replace him? Can Brayton come back on? We've still got Ratu Matavuki Nipkins on the bench.
He's still there, yep.
There might be a bit of reshuffle in-house.
And there will be Lennox to take the conversion. And he misses.
And you could hear the crowd laughing as soon as that happened. That was the dead giveaway.
Yes, and the score remains 55-0, 51 minutes gone and just ticked over 52. And it's over a point a minute here for Taranaki as Jacob coming off to the sideline. Looks like a wrist. So hopefully he's okay.
Taranaki Rugby would like to recognise the immense support of Yarras the Bakers that they've given to local rugby and the local community over many decades. And a huge thank you to the South Taranaki District Council for their support of the event. Without these wonderful partners, it just wouldn't be possible.
Allen kicks inside the 22. Paliko again.
Another good carry.
Morrison with the tackle. Nawai to Jury. Off it goes behind play to Northcote Hill. Yes, he is back on the field for Josh Jacob. And if you've gone off as a tactical, which is a non-injury, you can come back on for an injured player. So no rolling subs in first-class rugby, unlike a traditional pre-season game. And given the shields on the line, it is a first-class match. So Allen to Collard.
Big kick.
Yeah, it is a good kick. Is he going to get the 50-22? But Northcote Hill is back there. Stabs one over the top in a bit of space. And he tries to wrap up Gilson.
There's Loft again. He's all over it.
Oh, brilliant work from Michael Loft over the breakdown.
Oh, he's a hell of a good fetcher, that man.
He's played well today. And there's Sage Walters-Hanson running the ball up. Releasing the ball and going again in his second game for Taranaki. And they've lost the ball forward. And that's come off Tikoi Solomoni.
Something that we messaged earlier in the game, Will, was the ability of these boys in this Taranaki side anyway, to change positions. You see Brayton in the midfield at centre, now coming in at 10. You got Adam Lennox, who started at fullback, can play 9. Grindlay once again at 12, but can play mid 13 wing if they really needed to. Same for Ben Dufusy as well. And then Ratu Matavuki Nipkins too. Potentially could play fullback, wing, and then maybe in the midfield if we really had it too. So having that interchangeable bench, is hugely valuable. And when they're moving up to that next level, whether it be Super Rugby or probably more so the All Blacks, just having that extra string to your bow, sometimes will make you get into the team rather than being a specialist position cover.
Spoken like a coach. That's outstanding.
And that's all I've got for you. I'm out.
You can shut your book and get out.
Yeah, good on you, Will. Thanks, team. Another big scrum there by the O'Neill boys.
Oh, they've got it back to Northcote Hill. Stabs it ahead for RaKuro. Is it going to sit up? Allen going back. And he does really well to get out of that one.
Well done, Mr. Allen.
He kicks it downfield. Northcote Hill running back and grabbing it. And a kick that goes near the 22 into Taranaki territory. Lennox in midfield. What can he spark?
This
puts one over the top.
Nothing.
And the ball bounces in the favour of Thames Valley.
Oh, and he stripped it too.
He's
He's done this twice.
Grindlay now down the outside. The hometown kid for the corner. And he's in. Meihana Grindlay will score Taranaki's 10th try. Lennox outstanding. Grindlay puts it down.
Mr. Mania, they've been calling him. Meihana, man about town. And look, I think he's actually played really well today as well. He's always been there in support. He's got off the line, defended well, chopped the bootlaces. But Lennox, for some reason, when that man touches the ball, things happen. There was more of a defensive play where he stripped the player. He's done that on a couple of occasions today. he's got a bright future. Like I said the last time, I'd just love to see him getting that ball off the deck early and quickly. His running game will speak for itself. He'll continue to cut teams apart throughout his career. But if he nails down that passing where you really want to be amazing at as a halfback, the world's his oyster, I think.
Kicking has been restored. Northcote Hill with the conversion. 62 points to 0 here in Manaia, the South Taranaki town, home of Yarrows the Bakers. You can see the plant from just the edge of the street here. And the smell of fresh bread, don't you love it?
Oh, well, look, they really got to my heart today, mate. They had free cream donuts. And for all you cream donut loving people out there, these were world class too. Sitting up there alongside the West Town Bakery and Coronation Bakery for me, so that's really saying something.
You can see David McLeod, New Plymouth MP, out of his territory, coming down for this one. Of course, spent a lot of time down here in South Taranaki.
Oh, Loft, Paliko.
Loft in support again for the home team. Off it goes to Nawai. Making the tackle is Logan Mitchell. Quick ball out the deck here. Duffy, he's got a man on the outside. Gets it off to RaKuro, and he's in again. RaKuro scores Taranaki's 11th. They're rolling in here.
Look at those offloads once again. Loft knew it was coming, that he's going to get his hands free. He's right on his shoulder. Same for Nawai. And look at this. He keeps the ball moving again. And then it's just a draw and pass. Duffy draws the man. Great effort there from Atoni. Gave it his all. And RaKuro, he's been great. Debut, he's got the ball in hand. He's finished it, which is exactly what you're looking for from a winger. And just got that turn of pace that you can't touch.
Hat-trick too for the Fijian flyer.
You'll take that on debut, won't you? Barnesy will be happy. He made a right call. And here we are, the Prince of Kakaramia, Mr. Northcote Hill. Can he add the extra 2?
Yeah, tough attempt for the New Plymouth Old Boys rep. And tries to spin it around, and he does so beautifully. Yeah, flags go up by Lemert and Gladding. 69 points to 0.
Yeah, good on you, AJ. Happy 69th again, mate. You got a cup of tea and a scone at home, maybe even a saucy roll.
He'll be having a VB, I think, by now. Yep.
Yeah, good on him. You can do that at that age. No questions asked. I tell you what, Alan's been practicing his restarts. He's actually fantastic at them. A lot of height on the ball, and they're able to compete as well.
Yeah, good left boot too. Yeah. And he kicked one off his right before, and it didn't look out of place. Here's the man who scored the hat-trick, RaKuro. And Logan Mitchell trying to get over the ball, but he's been blown off by the Taranaki forwards. Northcote Hill to Grindlay, trying to look for another one on his home turf. Nawai again. Lennox. Jury with another carry.
The grass cutter.
Poor guy loses it forward. So Thames Valley. Here's Mitchell now. Off the bench. And they'll come back. No advantage being applied there. So come back for the knock on.
All happened really quickly there, but there's a really neat piece of skill there by Sage Walters-Hanson. As he was going over for the ball there, he rearranged his hand that didn't hold the ball, and held on to the back of the guy's jersey, just to give him that extra bit of bridge there. It's a 1 second movement, but it was class. Paliko stretching the hammies. I hope he doesn't have the McBride hammies on him.
Hopefully he's okay. A few injuries over the years. As number 16 is Chad Bracey on for Thames Valley. His debut for the Swamp Foxes out of the Wahoo Club. And Kenan Gilson is the player going off.
See Vuni Yayawa moving to the number 8 position here for the Swamp Foxes. Ooh, early push. Oh, look at this, one hand.
Yeah, he comes off the back of the scrum. Vuni Yayawa inside the 22. It's being knocked though. Jake O'Connor is the replacement 9 for Thames Valley, and Taranaki can break out of their 22, and they do so through a Grindlay kick. Goes right down towards the other 22, and slipping is Allen, and the kick's gone straight up in the air.
That's not Loft again.
Loft has just been outstanding today.
Oh, he is immense in the air, and it's taken it two-handed above his head half the time as well. It takes a lot of skills. Big carry there by DJ Mintz on toast.
O'Neill up towards the 10. Nawai
Oh,
Great pass back to Vidaniki Tikui Solomoni. Walters Hansen, the ball is forward. I thought it was. Referee on the spot.
it's that link play, eh? Yeah, how are they training for that? I know you can do a little bit of offload work, but some of it must just come intuitively to these guys. And like I say, these offloads are only as good as that support runner as well. Paliko there stretching that hammy. I hope I haven't jinxed the young man.
You may have, mind you, looks like crimp though, eh?
I hope so.
You look at
touch
that.
wood here.
Yeah.
Or he's just done the old rest, eh? Well played, young fella.
He's
taken one out of my books, I think.
Yeah.
Gone for the old cramp spray.
McArnold.
Touche, he's bought himself 30 seconds.
McArnold, the physio.
Yeah, very good with his hands, I believe, Mr. Arnold.
Haven't had a rub down from him yet. I usually go to his boss, Andrew.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Well, he's known to, give happy endings in terms of results for your muscles as well. Can get you back on the field, which is what you're looking for in the physio.
Yeah, they do a good job there. So Thames Valley, after that full pass, they get the scrum. 69-0, 61 minutes gone here. Just about to tick over the 62-minute mark. And it will be O'Connor to feed.
Scrum.
And they get the tight head to Taranaki. They got to get it out. Nawai looking left and right. Goes the blind side. Duffusy in 22. Goes into Hururarangi. And it's been spilled again. So good work there on defence by Thames Valley. The kick downfield. Who's chasing? One coming up from Thames Valley. It's Arson.
Oh, he's done a semi.
And they break away and kick downfield. Thames Valley in their own half. Collard. Off it goes. That's gone forward. And it's being knocked on by Atoni. So advantage again for Taranaki is RaKuro. Takes it into contact.
That number 7 jersey is popping up everywhere.
Loft is everywhere. Good carry there. Lord scored one already today. But messy here for Taranaki. Jury does well to control that one. Up towards the 10. Not Howden can go again. Nawai to that far side of the field. Lennox is hit hard there by Bracey. Nawai again. Just a little bit of hesitation there. Needs to speed things up a little bit.
Get back into this structure, Taranaki.
Much quicker here for Nawai. Northcott Hill to Duffusy now. He can line up RaKuro for 4, can he? Breaks away. He's going to get 4 on debut. To score Taranaki's 12th try of the afternoon.
The carver session for RaKuro at the end of things, I think. 4 so far with 20 minutes to play. What a fantastic debut. And he's done exactly what a winger should. He's finished off every opportunity he's been given. And half the time he's had to do a bit of work as well. He'll be happy. And can Brayton curl it round again here from the left-hand side. Division 1 champion Matthew Burgess there is the trainer for the Taranaki team. Lovely ginger complex. Hidden there by the hat. Not actually a fiery ginger, which is surprising. Those are very rare.
Very rare. Here's Northcott Hill right from the sideline. Oh, he's on target. That one looks really good. The nods and the flag up by the ARs. And he takes that score out to 76-0. It's a cricket score here at Mania.
There's the Warner man again. He's gone straight to the beer department. They look like they've got a couple each. Ready to crack into the afternoon of an amazing atmosphere down here at the Manaia Domain. And don't forget to get your season memberships available at ticketit.co.nz. We'll pick up some lovely merchandise from trfu.co.nz in those limited edition Ranfurly Shield caps.
AJ said that he hadn't had a beer, but given we were talking about it, he's going to get one. So fair enough.
I might join him shortly.
65 minutes gone, and Taranaki up against a team from Thames Valley that feature 12 debutants in the playing 23. Lennox leaves that one behind. And they'll have a scrum, but it's being knocked off. I think he's playing the ball on the ground. Yeah, just a silly penalty. Doesn't really matter with a scoreline like that, does it? But takes away Thames Valley's opportunity to play quickly.
There's Russell Gurkett there, centre screen, just above the Ranfurly Shield, 3 up. The man, 42 years of service for Yarras the Bakers and for his Southern Rugby Club. Life member, fantastic man. Give a quick shout out to the life members at New Plymouth Old Boys capped last night. Lyle Frenchwright, John Mitchell, Sharon Nicol and Ross Lilly. Immense effort from those people, given a lot to the club, and I know that there's a lot of those awesome community focused people around in the clubs around the province too.
Yeah, some great Old Boys names, Lilly, Mitchell, etc. And others, of course. Well, that one is not straight. So even though there was no contest, given it's not a genuine throw, they still free kick that for being not straight. And Taranaki get out of danger here because Thames Valley, it was a good kick down towards the 22.
So it got Bradley Slater back on there as well. Not quite sure. He must be coming in at probably for Palico, I would have thought.
On the side.
Yeah, he can fit into that loose forward position pretty easily.
So Thames Valley just outside their 22. Collard.
Oh, no, Palico's still out there.
See who
Lofty.
Lofty is it?
What a great game he's had.
He has had a really good game. So Thames Valley now.
Loft's still on.
Oh, Loft's still on. We'll try and figure out who the hell he's replaced.
Yeah, try again.
Yeah. Go down to our sideline commentator.
Yeah.
So just out of their 22, Thames Valley, and nearly stripped there from Porkite as O'Connor fires it off. And big number 6, Vanayayawa.
Oh, what a turnover, Palico.
So Taranaki.
That was fast.
On the front foot again. Grindlay straight into the Thames Valley defence. Nawai to Jury.
He's gone about his work.
McVeary having to make the tackle.
It's a numbers game now.
Lennox. Off it goes. Northcott Hill. Duffasy for the corner. He gets it off to Tikoi Solomoni. And he will go in and score his second try of the afternoon. Taranaki's 13th.
Yeah, they're scoring these great tries out wide, but it all starts with the hard work from the big boys up the middle. And the skill set that these forwards have, is quite exceptional actually. The ability to offload the ball and keep playing, or the ability to play out the back to that second man out there. And as you'll see, the commercial manager, Mr. Luthart there, hands in pockets. Doing a fantastic job there. And there looks like Smiley Barrett as well.
Yeah, just
a bit more rugby royalty on the sidelines.
Just off to the left there. President of Taranaki Rugby at the moment. Another difficult attempt from Brayton Northcott Hill. He did slot the other one. Admittedly, it was on the other side of the field. Probably
quite a fan of this camera angle, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Yeah, right down the barrel of it.
I think we might be replacing Sky shortly, Will.
Mate, yeah, these guys done a great job. Reynolds, Shea, Rob and the team. And it's over. He can kick from both sides. Northcott Hill stabs it over, adds the extras, and the score 83 points to 0.
He really is living up to the name of the Prince of Kakaramia. Parents used to own the pub there, making some of the finest grub in the land at one point in time.
Big roasts.
Oh, yeah. It'll be the worst for dinner tonight there, Will. What's on your menu?
No idea. There's a couple of tests on, though, so maybe a bit of takeaway and fill the boots.
I like the sound of it.
A couple of cups of tea.
Sage
Walters Hansen.
Stop it.
And immediately he takes off downfield. Ball back on the inside. RaKuro's got to get another one. Absolutely outstanding. That is 5 for the debutant.
And once again, that skill level by Walters Hansen. Two-handed take. Look at this. Over top of people. And then realises where the sideline is. Draw and pass. And this man here. I'll tell you what. That's one happy coaching crew with that signature there, his ability to finish. Yes, he just had to run to the try line on that occasion, but still, he put a man in there with a little bit less pace, and he gets cut down pretty quickly. So, Mr. Northcott Hill, will he take another couple for the day and put us into 90 points? We're looking close to getting to the 100 here.
Yeah, 10 minutes to play here, 88-0, and Northcott Hill, going by his kicks today, should be an easy one here for him. Again, touch wood, don't want to put the commentator's curse on him.
It's great to see Warwick Clemert, transition into cat breeding. outside. He was roofing previously, and he's breeding Siamese cats now. Out the back in Okado.
The 90 comes up. So all Taranaki need to do is score 2 tries, and they're up towards 100, of course. The biggest score here against Thames Valley now. And, of course, Thames Valley's first challenge since 2019 when they played Otago. They lost that one 41-21. So a big defeat coming up here, but they'll be loving the occasion. And they haven't dropped their lip either. Meads Cup champions. And Taranaki still on a roll here. Duffy, he's got RaKuro on the outside, but decides to go in. Lennox is going to go and play halfback. Jury got a pass from Slater. Lennox moves it back this way. Walters Hansen with another carry. Lays it back. Lennox overran it for a moment. Slater onto O'Neill. Good Taranaki names working in tandem.
The skill level from these big boys is fantastic.
Here's Grindlay. Wrapped around the ankles from McVeary. Slater. Ooh, flat pass. Cry of being forward. It probably was, but they're going to wave it away. Lennox to Nawa at first receiver with a bit of a goosey. Back on the inside it goes to RaKuro. Thames Valley trying to get over the ball.
Great work there.
It's Coyle over it.
Huiarangia, I think, there.
Oh, was
number
it?
7.
Yep.
Great work off on his feet there. He's got some nice quads on him. Must be good on the squat rack, I reckon. Hard to move.
On debut. Originally from Bay of Plenty. I did see a 7 there, so I thought it was Coyle, but there was no number in front of it. As Wiz got the flag up on the 10-metre line in front of the Taranaki faithful.
Make sure we're in goal.
No mic down here today, I don't see. No flag in the distance.
It was last year, I think. Good set piece here for Thames Valley, and they can show us what they can do with 7 minutes or so remaining in this Ranfurly Shield clash here at the Manaia Domain. Good tackle there from Paliko. Had cramp earlier, now back into it. And running around the corner is Jake O'Connor.
Into the O'Neill sandwich.
It's not pleasant at all. As Hururarangi has got to go in and grab it. Allen over the top.
Lovely
Good
hands.
passing here. Tony down his wing. Can they score? No, they're bundled into touch. Lennox with a good tackle.
It's not scared, old Lennox. Probably almost the size of one of Tony's legs, but went straight for him. Chest first, in fact. And I say that's not technically correct, but it works.
Loft, who's been prominent. And Taranaki with a maul just outside their 22, not going anywhere yet. Lennox comes in and probably wants to clear now. He's looking for it and looking for the options. Paliko at first receiver, using the loose forwards well here, Taranaki. A terrible pass to Northcott Hill, but he puts one over the top, finds a little bit of space, and good contest there for the ball. Allen away from it. Tikui Solomoni tries to do the job, but here's Arson down the left-hand edge. The crowd finding their voice for Thames Valley. Spin forward. Nearly in there.
We're all here in the commentary box looking forward for a try from the Swamp Foxes. Fortunately, didn't quite work out that on that occasion. You cannot fault these guys' efforts. They're getting up off the ground, getting into their shape. It's just those last mistakes that's really, really hurting their chances here. They've built some really good things, played well, got the ball to space when they've had it in hand, and it's just those last opportunities. And that's what Taranaki's converting at the moment.
Number 23 at the bottom of the screen. Logan Mitchell out of the Hodaki club. Debut in 2019, his first game since. He's been over playing in Tauranga and back for Thames Valley this year. Good schoolmate of Cam Loft, who has provided me with the information. So 5 minutes to go.
Crowds.
Huge thank you to everyone tuning in on the live stream as well. We hope you've enjoyed it so far today. Another 4 minutes to finish things off here. Can Taranaki come from their try line all the way to the end?
The arm goes out straight
Tap
away.
and go.
They've got an opportunity. The knee was down because of the pressure from the Taranaki forward pack. So Lennox to clear for touch. There's 3,000 people have jammed in around the touchlines here. That grandstand on the far side would hold just a couple of hundred probably. And they're scattered around the venue. And this is what NPC rugby's about, isn't it?
A couple of good haircuts in behind there, discussing the world's problems. And I think they're looking near to solving it too.
Time on.
He's double parked as well, unfortunately. We'll be calling him out after this.
Absolutely. So the throw for Taranaki as it has moved into the back line. Slater is there. So 3.5 minutes to play here. And can Taranaki crack the 100? Loft in support.
Wow.
Off it goes. That might be Crowley back on the field. Nawai, the two Fijians down the touchline.
Good tackle there. And up
Grindlay
to his
got it
feet
back.
as well.
Lennox spots a bit of space.
Oh,
stabs it ahead. Lennox.
Stop it.
Over the top it goes. They're showing off now as Mitchell takes it in the 22.
There's not a lot of guys in New Zealand rugby who can do that sort of stuff. It's great to see it coming out in the field today.
And Logan Crowley and 9 back on the field. So a couple of late changes. Not sure what position he's playing in, but looks like he's going back to the wing.
Looks like they've arrested Jacob Ratamatavuki-Nepkins. Hopefully keeping him into the start next week for his 50th game.
Yeah. And it's another Shield game, so he's not losing anything as the ball comes over towards us. And Taranaki with 2.5 to play. A line out around the 22. $14 tries to 0 so far. We have seen 5 from Taniela RaKuro for Taranaki.
I'd love to know who scored the most on debut, mate.
It's a
I
great stat.
have a feeling that could be number one.
Read the paper on Monday.
Ah,
I'll find out for you.
You know a good reporter, do you?
Maybe 1 or 2. Good space down here for Taranaki. Tikoi Solomoni. Oh, bumps off a couple of tackles. Tikoi Solomoni gets it off to Logan Crowley. Logan Crowley scored the first try of the day. And then he scores Taranaki's 15th.
Some lovely footwork here by Nawai to draw on the man. Tiko Solomoni does not do thing in halves. Look at that. Strong carry. Offload. Brent, who's our stats man here in the commentary box, was telling us that is our 100th offload for the game. Great stats there, Brent.
Oh, wow.
On it, mate.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And it looks like it will be Grindlay to take the kick in front of, looks like Phil Nixon talking to Kevin Barrett by the wheelie bin. Phil Nixon, the mayor of South Taranaki, and running again too.
And Kevin Barrett with his little goodie bag.
Yeah.
A piece of cake and maybe a sticker book or something like that. Fourth goal kicker for today.
Mahana Grindlay.
Oh, what can't this man do?
He is just on fire.
The crowd favourite.
And there might be still time here as the score ticks over 97 points to 0. And can Taranaki get up to 100? In referee's time now.
Time's on.
There we go. They're going to have to go straight from the get-go. No doubt Alan will put a bit of snow on it. And Mahi man there with the mullet. He's put in a good shift today. 80 minutes of toil.
It is a high one. Into centre field it goes. Paliko trying to get over it though. Is Hirangi's already got a couple of turnovers this afternoon. Jury runs it up into Matida. Time is up, says the referee. So what can they spark here? Duffy over the top it goes. RaKuro now breaks out of a couple of tackles. Bracey takes him down. Cry of a turnover, but play carries on. Pokai. As we tick over the 80-minute mark here, in the South Taranaki town of Manaia. It's been a great occasion here. Taranaki will march on to the Bunnings MPC, and Northland will be waiting for their challenge.
Grindlay.
Here's Grindlay down the outside, ball back on the inside. Good tackle there though from Thames Valley.
Now to move. Oh, well done.
They get the turnover.
Well done. Jake O'Connor saved an opportunity out to the side for a 2-pass. Let's hope they kick the touch and really have a good crack here.
Yeah, get some points on the board. That's what they'll be saying.
Collard to send it down inside the Taranaki half.
That's what he'll do. It's a good kick too.
Oh, great. No. Oh, it's stayed in.
It's still in. Lennox is just happy to kick it out, I think, is he? Is he? Yep, yeah, no, he will. And the second pre-season game done and dusted. Taranaki hold on to the Ranfurly Shield during the pre-season. First against King Country, now against Thames Valley. And the focus will turn to the MPC with Northland next to challenge the Ranfurly Shield. Taranaki scoring 15 tries to nil to win this game 97-0 against Thames Valley.
And a huge thank you must go to Yarrows the Bakers for their support and dedication over the last couple of decades, and also to the South Taranaki District Council for putting this event on. Massive thank you to both Taranaki and the Thames Valley Swamp Foxes for making it all the way over for what is another momentous Ranfurly Shield challenge. And a big thank you to Rob and Shay and the team, and Will on the commentary as well. Wish everyone all the best.
Have a look at, before we go, have a look at the stats and then into the highlights. And nothing really to write home about from a Thames Valley perspective. Very one-sided here. 15 tries to nil, a couple of conversions missed. Territory and possession in favour of Taranaki. 29 missed tackles.
Really key areas there for Taranaki. Lots of territory, lots of possession, and bugger all missed tackles with lots of turnovers won as well, 9-1. You know, those in themselves will show you really where the game is at.
And not many penalties as well. It's been an open, free-flowing game, and we'll take a look at the highlights. The 15 tries that Taranaki scored. And this was the first one, Logan Crowley, who ended up scoring 2. The first one of the day. A couple of minutes in, it just spilled out nicely. It was just probably the easiest one he was going to get.
And Gary Boshier was looking at his hands going, where the hell is this thing? This is the well-predicted Bradley Slater try at the back of the wall.
We did predict it. Nice and easy for Taranaki. And they just kept rolling through, didn't they? No real highlight. Just good, quick hands.
To the speedster. What a fantastic debut. 5 tries. And I'm going to call it here that that's the record on debut.
It's got to be 8.
I don't want to hear about it from anyone else.
Vinaniki Tikui Solomoni wound up on that occasion. Off to Grindlay, and Loft, who had a really good game in support, dotted down. And that was his first of 2 in the first half, I should say. And again, RaKuro with the speed. Look at it, the bounce of the football was good too. In fact, this was the mistake there from Thames Valley. He got the turnover, it spilled out for RaKuro. And he was over for another. Paliko had another good game. He carried on that occasion and laid it back for Josh Lord, who scored his first try for Taranaki, which was quite remarkable after 29 games.
And what a sight to see the draft in open pastures. Here we are. I think this might be Tikua Solomoni. A little bit of a goosey to the outside. See you later. Shut the gates. And a nice draw and pass to the ever-present Michael Loft. And once again, we've said a few times here, had a great game today. Good to see him back in the colours.
He did. And that took the score out to 43 points to nil at the break. Taranaki were on fire immediately after the Oranges, and Josh Jacobs slid underneath the posts to score in front of a good crowd here at the Mania domain. And this was Tikui Solomoni's try here. It was the 9th for Taranaki. No one really in front of him.
Bit of Fijian flair there by the 9 and winger.
The hometown kid.
There were some roars today for this young man, Mr. Mania.
Untouched, for that one.
The golden child, they call him. And then Loft on that shoulder. Golden Nawai here. Resettle off the ground. Good quick hands. And do foresee a nice draw and pass to the man of the moment on debut, Taniela RaKuro.
Yeah, that was his hat-trick. The conversion was successful to get the score out to 69-0. And then RaKuro scored another one virtually straight away. Duffusy played well and just got the pass off. RaKuro did well to avoid Mitchell, and he was in for another. They just kept mounting for Taranaki. Scott Jury there, laid it back. Just quick hands, quick ball. Duffusy there, off to Tikoi Solomoni for his second. That was the 13th try.
Yeah, look at this. This is exceptional skill here by Sage Walters-Hanson. And just that inside ball to the speedster. RaKuro, he'll take
fifth.
it.
Yeah.
He's shown up 5 fingers in this instance. Yeah, Loft, Nawai, nice footwork. Tikoi Solomoni carries hard into contact here, and a nice offload here for Logan Crowley. You know, that's what separated Taranaki today, is those offloads. 100, Mr. Stevens, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Grindlay converted. So Crowley scored the first, then he came on in the second half and scored the last for Taranaki to win comfortably here at the Manaia Domain, 97 points to 0. But it's been 2 very good pre-season games. Taranaki will be very happy with their performances.
Absolutely. Neil Barnes will take a lot away from that, especially this last one. You know, got a bit messy there for the King Country game, but this one was more of a complete performance. And I think they can hold their heads high going into that Northern game, you know, because that'll be a different kettle of fish again. Northern will come prepared. Having a shot at that Ranfurly Shield doesn't come around often, so that in itself will get the boys up. So 2nd of August at Stadium Taranaki. It's going to be a big one, Will.
It will be. And it's been a great day here at the Manaia Domain, a game that has been effectively to honour Russell Gurkitt's contribution to Yarrows, the Bakers and Southern over a long period of time. And the South Taranaki District Council also putting it on too. So thanks so much to Yarrows and the South Taranaki District Council. And thanks, Liam, for your contribution over the last couple of Ranfurly Shield matches. It's been good to call the game for you, with you as well.
Absolutely, Will. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Thank you very much, and thank you to all the people on the live stream who have tuned in and dealt with a bit of my shit talk as well. It's been nice to listen to Will. You know, at least he can get his ideas across right.
Good man. Well, that wraps up our coverage here from the Manaia Domain. Taranaki winning this match 97 points to 0 over Thames Valley.
This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.